Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. It is now 2 weeks until the grand final of Eurovision 2024. I can barely believe it. And this is another news update for Eurovision 2024. This is a packed episode. We have to talk about rehearsals that are starting today. We have some new information on stagings of some entries, rumors about a 2023 artist joining one of the 2024 artists. We have news on Bosnia possibly returning. Pink and Kelly Clarkson will feature in this episode, and just many more things to come. A supercomputer has made an interesting prediction on who will win Eurovision 2024. So let's get right to it, because this episode is really packed. We really noticed that things are heating up and things are getting real. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Habemos stage. We have a stage. It has been set up. There was this video showing us how they built it. Really incredible. All the things that have to go into building a stage like this. Really interesting to see as well. And when we look at the video of the stage, it just looks incredible. I think it was Florian Wieder again for the 8th time. He has been invited back. And if we look at the stage, I completely understand why they keep inviting him back. You have the cubes in action. You have incredible LEDs, 1,000 square meters of LEDs, 26 cameras, and over 2,000 lights. Lots of possibilities with this stage. I just hope that the artists are actually using all the possibilities. Sometimes we know that stages in Eurovision are used a lot during the interval acts, but the artists, maybe because they get the information too late, don't really use the stage enough. And I also find interesting that this cross you see in the middle kind of looks like the Swiss flag, which would be interesting because Switzerland, of course, is the big favorite at the moment to win Eurovision. But this stage gets me really, really excited to finally see the show in 2 weeks. Well, the first show we will actually see in almost only 1 week, which is really exciting. Do subscribe to this channel. Only a third of you watching this video are. And if you want more content about Eurovision, you should subscribe. And Eurovision Histories is now also on WhatsApp. The link is in the description. Now let's get on with the news. Artists are leaving for Malmö. We have seen videos by Electric Fields, who of course have the longest trip all the way from Australia. Kind of a bumpy landing, but they are very happy, they said on social media, to be in Malmö now. And Baby Lasagna also left Croatia. He arrived at the airport in a very interesting car. I hope he didn't spend all the money on the car instead of the staging. I don't think so. He even brought his doily. And you really see the excitement in Croatia because lots of people were waiting for him, journalists, to interview him before his departure to Malmö. Olly Alexander is in New York at the moment. Then we have also seen Silvester Belt leaving Lithuania to go to Malmö. We have seen Silja Kapsis with some interest as well when she left for Malmö. And Jerry Heil and Aljona are already on the way to Sweden as well. And of course they are on the way because rehearsals are starting today. Like last year, unfortunately, there won't be as much information because we will only have the short TikTok clips on the official channel of the Eurovision Song Contest. And then there's also a blog on Reddit I have seen, which is nice, and we will have some photos as well, but not like in previous years where fan media were already able to report a lot on the rehearsals. I am kind of planning to do videos on my first impressions of the short clips and the photos, so do subscribe if you don't want to miss that, and check that out maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. Today, this is the schedule for the rehearsals. We have Cyprus. They have already passed when I am recording this video. Same for Serbia, actually. Then Lithuania, Ireland, Ukraine, Poland, and Croatia. So we have 2 big favorites, Ukraine and Croatia, already rehearsing today. And then some of the countries like Ireland, where people aren't sure whether they will qualify or not. So this is already a very interesting day. And tomorrow we will have Iceland, Finland, Slovenia, Moldova, Azerbaijan, Australia, Portugal, and Luxembourg. So another very interesting day. Do check out my channel if you want to see my first reactions on these things. And we have some news about stagings. One of them, Joost Klein, Donny Ronnie, who's responsible for the staging for Europapa, has said that this will be a new form of the moon landing. It has never been done before, and people will think, or not believe that this is physically possible. Now, these are very big words for a staging, and they really have to deliver now after saying this. I just remember some years back when people said that this is the most amazing thing we've ever seen, and then it was a circular piano on that stage for Romania, for example. So we shall see how big all of this actually is. There will be 2 TikTokers on stage with Joost that are famous in the Netherlands. Not sure whether they are famous elsewhere. However, there is also one big rumor about Joost Klein's staging, so to speak, and that is that Käärijä might join Joost Klein on the Eurovision stage. I think these rumors started when the 2 met in Finland. Of course, a great PR move by Joost Klein, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it will happen, and I don't really know how I would feel about it happening, because I think it would be a bit unfair to include Käärijä, actually. But just the fact that he was in Finland and did some videos with Käärijä would probably mean that Joost Klein will get a few points from Finland, I'm quite sure, getting behind Joost Klein. Then we also had some news about the staging of Teodora and Ramonda. She said that she will have a different outfit on. I'm kind of hoping for this elegant dress she had on in one of the pre-parties. And then the choreography has also been changed a little bit to accentuate the ending, she said. So I'm quite excited to see that. And we also know a bit more about Marina Sati's staging. Miss Nun Gyaza, who is the choreographer for Rosalia, for Loreen, for BTS, will of course be working with her and Angelina Mango. And it will be a single camera shot that will be used for the performance. Quite hard to do, I think, so very interested to see that as well. And the new information is that there will be, in the bridge of the song, some traditional Greek elements, maybe a circle dance, maybe something like that. So I'm really excited about that, because I love traditional elements. If you have watched this channel, you know that that is the truth this week. But this is really cool for Isaak, really happy for him. This happened way before he was chosen for Eurovision, by the way. Then we have seen a live performance by Colleen on Austrian television right before she left for Malmö, or she's leaving tomorrow, actually. And I have to say, I'm a bit underwhelmed by that live performance. The song is called We Will Rave, and the choreography is just the same as in the pre-parties, a bit subdued. And also the vocal wasn't 100%. So I am now actually quite worried that Austria might not make it to the final. I would actually predict them not making it at this moment. This is a very fun piece of news. There is now a children's book about Baby Lasagna and his cat, Stipe, A Great Friendship. The book is called Baby Lasagna and Stipe the Cat, A Great Friendship. Apparently, this is a trend in Croatia that some artists are releasing children's books. Apparently, Merle by Let3 also has a children's book. Looks really cute, and if you have kids, do consider to buy it. It is done by Eurojury and Baby Lasagna. Really fun. Then we have the results of the Eurojury, organized by the great website eurovoix.com. Check them out if you haven't yet. They basically asked music professionals and artists in all the participating countries to vote for their favorites, like the juries do, because they are also music professionals and musicians. And this is the result. France won with 295 points. Italy was second with 288. Third was Switzerland, fourth Belgium, and fifth was Germany. I'm guessing because of Isaac's voice. The song is also kind of a jury song in that it is a mainstream pop song in English. So I'm kind of getting hopeful. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much that Germany might do a bit better than we have in recent years, which is not hard at all, but quite happy about this. The other favorites, Croatia came sixth, the Netherlands 13th only, and Ukraine 15th. So that is a good sign, I'm guessing, for Italy, for Switzerland, but also for France, even though the top three were very, very close together. So this seems to confirm that we have a very open year on our hands. Not, however, if you ask a supercomputer. The British site mybettingsites.co.uk asked a supercomputer who would win Eurovision 2024, and that supposedly supercomputer is predicting Malta and Sara Bonici to win. Now you might ask, how does a computer think that when she is last in the odds at the moment? Well, they looked at the winners of the last 70 years, the last 70 winners, and the most of them are female solo performers that perform pop songs in English about love, and Sara Bonici fits the bill completely and perfectly, and that is why the computer predicts her. Last year, that same computer predicted May Muller to win, and she, of course, did not. She came second to last, so I wouldn't bet on this, I'm guessing, but yeah, fun tidbit for you. Then I have a song tip for you. I'm not 100% sure yet whether I love this song, so there's a second one coming up in a second. But Felix Jähn, the very popular music producer from Germany, has done a remix of Nemo's The Code, has made it a bit more clubby, and I would recommend to check it out. Not sure yet whether I like it more than the original, probably not, but it's definitely worth mentioning and worth checking out. And my real song tip, so to speak, a song that I really love, is Cura by Yolanda. You all know that I love Yolanda this year. And if you like her song Grito, you will also love Cura, so check that one out. Then a lot of spokespersons have already been revealed. One of them is Jamala, who you can see there, who will present the points for Ukraine, of course. Helena Paparizou, 20 years after her win, will present the votes for Greece. And Desiree Nosbusch, who hosted Eurovision in Luxembourg in 1984, will be presenting the Luxembourg points for the first time in 30 years. And she also hosted the Luxembourg national final, so that makes a lot of sense. Did I forget someone? Oh yeah, Soraya will also present the points from Spain. Then there was some news that Bosnia might be returning to Eurovision. They haven't been part of Eurovision for over 10 years because of financial troubles of the national broadcaster BHRT. However, in a new outline for the next year, they are mentioning Eurovision and saying that it's high time to bring Bosnia back to Eurovision. How possible that is and how feasible, we shall see. But this is the first time in a long time that the national broadcaster has actually announced that they are interested in coming back, and the whole baby lasagna craze in Croatia might be helping to actually make that happen, which would be quite great because I love Bosnian entries in Eurovision. I have loved them over the years. This is the current standing of the OGAE poll. Very close again confirming that this might be one of the closest year we have had in a while. Croatia had 325 points at the moment, Italy 323. Then there is a bit of a gap to Switzerland with 264. Quite surprising as well that Spain is so high up. They got a lot of points from the Luxembourg OGAE and are currently in 9th place, and Joost Klein from the Netherlands is in 10th place. These are all of the news I have for you today. I hope you liked the video. Do subscribe if you don't want to miss any more news videos. I will do predictions. I will talk about the odds. There is so much coming up. I have so many ideas, and I'm so excited to spend the next 2 weeks with you and also after Eurovision analyzing the results. So do subscribe, and then I'll see you for my next video. See you then, and bye-bye.